My Uber GPS kept telling me to turn around. I should have listened. I've been driving Uber in the Pacific Northwest for 3 years. I've seen drunks, I've seen fights, and I've seen couples breaking up in my back seat. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for the passenger I picked up last November. It was 2 a.m., pouring rain, and I was miles deep into a forest road where the cell service is basically non-existent. Girl I picked up didn't say a word. She didn't have a face on the app. And halfway through the trip, my GPS started screaming at me to exit the vehicle. The ping came in at 1:45 a.m. Pickup was a trailhead near a state park. We had placed for a 2 a.m. pickup, but the surge pricing was $30, so I took it. I pulled up. A girl was standing under a single flickering streetlight. She was wearing a thin white dress, totally soaked. She wasn't carrying a bag. She got into the back right seat. I said, "Heading to Oak Street?" No response. Just a slow, rhythmic nodding. Shrugged it off. People just want a quiet ride. Started driving. The forest was thick, and the fog was so heavy I could barely see 10 feet in front of my hood. It's in. I looked in my rearview mirror to check on her. The back seat was empty. My heart nearly stopped. I slammed on the brakes and turned around. She was there, sitting exactly where she was before, staring straight ahead. I gasped and asked, "Are you okay? I thought you moved." Again, silence. But this time, she pointed at my dashboard. My Google Maps started glitching. The blue line was spinning in circles. Then a voice that sounded like a distorted version of the Siri voice said, "Warning, passenger count incorrect. Please look behind you." I looked at my phone. The Uber app showed 2 passengers on the trip, but I only picked up 1 girl. I slowly looked in the mirror again. The girl was still there, but in the seat directly behind me, the driver's seat, there was a pair of pale, skeletal hands resting on the headrest, inches from my neck. I didn't scream. I couldn't. I just floored the gas. I drove 90 miles per hour until I hit the bright lights of a gas station. I jumped out of the car, screaming for the attendant to call the police. By the time the attendant came out, my car was empty. No girl, no skeletal hands, just a massive puddle of freezing cold water in the back right seat. A single, old-fashioned silver coin sitting on my headrest. Police checked the trailhead later. They found a memorial for a girl who had disappeared at that exact spot 10 years ago. Her name was on the Uber account that requested the ride. Conclusion. I quit driving that night. I sold the car and moved to the city. I still have the silver coin in a drawer, but sometimes, when it rains, I swear I can smell the scent of wet pine and forest floor in my bedroom.